Maseches Brachos Daf Lamed Aleph. The Gemara discusses the story when Chana was davening in the Beis Hamikdash to have a child, and she told HaKadosh Baruch Hu that if you give me a child, then good. If not, I'm going to go and be Seiser in front of Elkanah Bailey, and he'll be Mashka B'mei Saita, and then I'll be Zeicha to a bracha to have a child. So the Achronim ask, how could it be the Chana would say such a thing? There's an Isser Deiraisa to be Misyachid, so how could she be over the Isser? On that, the Pnei Yeshua says that she really didn't mean she'll do it, she just meant to say that if she would be a Prutza, she'll do that. So therefore, it's not right for the fact that she's a tznuah that she shouldn't be zeicha to a child. There's a couple of interesting tirutzim in the Achronim. The Netziv says that it was in front of Elkanah Bailey, so therefore it was in front of him, so therefore it's not a problem of yichud. Then he says weiter that Chana looked at herself as a situation of pikuach nefashis, so therefore it was mutter for her to be over the Isser in order to have a child. But he asked, the Chayra Yichud is of Azrael the Arayis, and Arayis is Yarg Val Yavor. On that he says a tremendous chiddush, that Yarg Val Yavor is only because of, not because of the Aveiro, it's because of the Pekam of the Isha. So that's only the Gabi the Boil, but the Gabi the Isha, if she's ready to give herself over for that, there's no din of Yarg Val Yavor. The Beis Meir and the Beis Moshe say, a tremendous chiddush. They say that since over here it's talking about Isha Nesua, and she'll be able to be Nizbarer afterwards if she was there was an Aveiro or not. So in such a situation there is no yichud whatsoever. Ayin Beis Meir Rayis Lezev, Ayin Beis Moshe. The Gemara says from the story of Eli, that Eli was not within Dalet Amis of Chana. You see, that's also for someone to be within Dalet Amis of someone davening. In this halacha, there's 4 different explanations given in the Mefarshim and many nafkaminas. The Miri over here brings 2 pshatim. One, he says, because we're scared you're going to bother the kavanah of the mispalel. So he says, if that's the case, it's only on the sides and in front, not behind the mispalel. However, he brings the Yerushalmi that's mavur even behind the mispal, you can't be within Dalet Amis, and he explains the reason is because within Dalet Amis we're scared that the mispal will say something private in his davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and will embarrass him, that somebody will hear his private bakashas. So therefore, even behind him, you have that concern. The Tur says that the reason is that if someone's davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and someone's sitting within his Dalet Amis and not davening as well, just sitting, it looks like the mispalel is being mekabel ol malchus shamayim, and the yoshev bitzidoy is not being mekabel ol malchus shamayim. The Taz asks a couple of questions on the Torah. He says if that's the case, if the nekuda is mekabel ol malchus shamayim, then it should be like that in Kriya Shema, which is the main kabbalos ol malchus shamayim. And also, yes, why is added Dalet Amis okay? If the point is that someone's been Mekabel Ol Chushamayim, then even without a Dalet Amis. So he says the point is that the Taz says, and let's move on the Ritva over here, that the point is that when someone's davening Kadosh Baruch Hu, there's a Shechina and it becomes an Admas Kodesh around where he's davening, so therefore it's not respectful for someone to be sitting within his Dalet Amis. So therefore Taz speaks out. It's understandable according to what he's saying that if someone's learning within the Dalet Amis, it should be okay. However, according to the Tur, that the point is that in Mekabel Ol Malchus Shamayim and the one Yoshev B'tzida is not Mekabel Ol Malchus Shamayim, the Tur speaks out that if someone's learning, it's not good, because although learning in a way is greater then davening, it's not kabbalas al malchus shamayim. The Rambam brings the halacha of oscillation b'Dalet Amis shel mispalel. He says in the halacha is how a person has to prepare the makom lispalel. He says that you're showing no one's allowed to sit within his Dalet Amis, no one's allowed to go in front of him, which is tzarich ian. The Gvurus Yitzchak asks if it's halacha in the makom lispalel, what does that have to do with someone walking in front of him with Dalet Amis? It's makom lispalel is halacha in the mispalel himself. Tzorich Ian B'dasa Rambam. The Nayim Mishpat from Moshe Eli's grandfather is Mayrich many nafkaminis between these four pshatim that we spoke out. He says nafkaminis. The Pri Megadim says that if there's a mechitza, then it's okay. That he says, if according to the first two pshatim, if it's because of kavana and because of you might listen to his tefillah, so it doesn't make a difference. In fact, you have a mechitza. Another nafkamin is that the Torah brings from the Rosh that if somebody is already sitting before the person comes to daven, then the Rosh says it's okay, and he says that it makes a difference, because if it's a kavana or because you might listen to his tefillah, so it makes a lot of sense that if someone was there before and you come to him, it should not be a problem. But if the other reasons, because of the Admas Kodesh, what does it make a difference? The fact that someone was sitting beforehand. Ayin Sham, many other nafkaminis, Ayin B'nei Tzion that we spoke out on Daf Chav Zayin. Further on the Gemara says a story that Eli was in the Beis Hamikdash, and Shmuel was Moir Halacha b'fnei Rabbi, that Eli was going after a kohen to shech the par, and Shmuel said, why do you need a kohen? Shchita ksheir bezar. So Eli said, Yechayiv misa, because Moir Halacha b'fnei Rabbi. So in this halacha, Moir b'fnei Rabbi, the Achronim ask, Shmuel was a katan. A katan is not mechayiv neinshin. So Marshal says, it's a chiyuv de shemayim. The Achronim asked, how could it be? De shemayim was also a katan's part from. So the Chassam Sofer writes that the halacha of Moir Halacha b'fnei Rabbi is not an oynish. It's an automatic thing, like it eats sama maves and automatically will kill the person. So he says that the be'etzim, even a katan, would automatically be nanash from it. Very interesting concept, the Chassam Sofer says. But if you take away someone from an Isser, then it will save you. And then the Tzlach over here says a tremendous chiddush to explain this. He says that Eli understood in Shmuel that he was very smart. So since he was very smart, therefore he has a din to be nanash, even though he wasn't bar mitzvah, which is a pella. It's more many times that the halacha is of a larba onshin. It's exersa kosev. It's not like benoyach that we find that it's totally in yadas. The Ritva over here says different pshat that halacha talking about that Shmuel was bar mitzvah already. In this sugya, there's a tremendous kasha spoken about by the Achronim. The halacha over here is that Shmuel should have a right to stop Eli because it's lafushim yisura, because halacha is shin shchita ksheir bezar, so therefore you should not need big day kuna, and therefore if he's getting a kohen to do with big day kuna, you're being over the issa client. So Shmuel stopping it, he's being mafresh Eli from doing it issa. The many pshatim and achronim given on this kasha, the Chassam Sofer says that he wasn't being loivishit v'hana, and then he says that he was laduri basa kohen to get a kohen that was wearing the big dekuna regardless. There's a tremendous chiddush in this sugya that Achronim discussed. It's of Nespaneach and Aretz Tzvi, a huge chiddush in the gerda of shchita ksheir bezar. That they say, the Rashi says in Yevomis, that the halacha of shchitas, deiches Shabbos, is only when a kohen shechts, not when Yisrael shechts. Which is a pella. There's shchita ksheir bezar, so what's the difference in a kohen and Yisrael? So they say that you see from here that although shchita ksheir bezar, when a kohen does it, it has a status of an avoida. It's a whole different level. It's an avoida. Shchita ksheir bezar means it's kosher, could be done. Only when it's done with a kohen, with big dekuna, has a lochem and avoida, and is it deiches Shabbos. So according to this, the answer is beautiful over here. Since a kohen was shechting it, it has a status in avoida, and you could wear big day kahuna.